Oh my God, that looks like a total disaster. Well, that's the disaster of my workbench anyway. So the curiosity is this stream live though? That's a good question. How do I know this is actually live? Go home. So I'm doing it on my computer. So I don't know if this is actually on my channel. And click that. Oh, yeah, so it's on. All right. I just wanted to, I figured I was in the shop. I haven't done a live in a little bit. Figured I was in the shop and I would, if anybody wanted to see my process of how I balance wheels, I don't know. I don't know, man. That's why it's like some of this content should be just left for nothing. Because sometimes the content is nothing. I'm right now I'm kind of stuck on I feel like I'm stuck on speed stuff right now. So the speed jump spot that I've got, man, my face is like right there. The speed jump spot that I'm using right now, it's like training me or retraining me to pay more attention to those senses. That's why I left all that stuff in with the Traxxas Max there, because I wanted people to basically see that you get amped up. You start wanting to, man, the thing stabbed me like twice already. You start wanting to just go, and you have to pay attention to your surroundings. Now, I had made the comment something along the lines of got to be careful with the speed stuff and pay attention to your surroundings and not get all crazy and amped up, and I wasn't doing that myself, and I made the comment something like actually, is it, oh, wait a minute, you haven't seen the video yet. Never mind. So there's another video that's scheduled for today. I'm not with it, man. It's all right. And I got a video coming today. I almost let it out. Anyways, with that Traxxas Max video, I left all that junk in there to kind of just show that I guess it's the right thing. I guess I'm saying the right thing. You get amped up and you start forgetting your surroundings, and what if I, granted, I slammed into that car. Obviously, the crash wasn't like what it really was. It hit the tire. It went under the car. Didn't even really do anything. I probably put a clean spot in that car, if anything. But I had amped up the audio because obviously I wanted, I wanted people to hear, kind of like a not a clickbait, but maybe it was kind of clickbait. It wasn't because number one, it actually did happen. But I did amp up the audio just so you could hear the impact. And I still thought it was funny. I did. One Chinese vehicle takes out another. So, and that's not saying a bad thing. It's just like literally everything's made in China. There's probably nothing that was on that car that was made in US. So, but that's like literally everything nowadays. Well, that's literally everything. Not nowadays. It's literally everything forever. So, I got these things out. I got my Hell Yeah Brothers out. And there's a reason why the video that you see today is the reason why I've got these out, and I'm going to balance these. And, a couple of people have asked me how I balance my tires. I don't balance my tires like a normal person would, I think. People use like a balancing clay, and they do things the right way. I don't do things the right way. I do things my way. So, and my way isn't necessarily gonna. God, I keep whacking my elbow on that stupid screw, man. My way is not always going to be the way that you should, like, you know, listen to. I think my way is more. It works for me. And I've explained that before, that whenever I is going on, is that a crack? I think that's tire glue. I think that's tire glue. Well, anyways, whatever. I just figured I'd go live and balance up some tires and say hello to everybody and see how everybody's doing today. The plan was to get out and rip it, but every single time, I've got like 100 batteries all charged and ready to go, but seems like every time I go outside to rip it, it starts raining again. So it's like it was like a light sprinkle or something, but it was wrecking the roads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the process of how I balance tires. I'm balancing these tires, obviously, for the Typhon. I do have, right now it happens, I do have that, you know, speed thing. And that's why I'm taking all the cars and basically I'm going to hit that jump spot. I even dragged out some of the big boys. So the next largest car that I took out was the UDR. The UDR is just, it's a different animal. It's not, the UDR isn't about speed. The UDR is about scale driving, like performance. The thing is nuts, man. I am so happy that, I mean, that was a pretty big purchase, but I'm so happy that I got that car, because everything that car is, or every way that car drives, if you've never driven a UDR, you have to experience it somehow. You have to try it. You got to be in close quarters. It's definitely better. It's better on, I guess, like a loose sand track kind of thing. It's not a vehicle that you should send, in which I have. And I didn't feel bad when I did it. I think I started to feel a little bit bad, but it's not a vehicle that you should really beat on. It's a vehicle you should drive. So, yeah. What the heck is that? It's a vehicle you should drive. So, I'm just gonna balance some tires and, hey, what's up? Place is a disaster here, but this is the way I am. Disaster. You can see the UDR right there. All right. So this is the way I balance. So I will jump into the chat real quick and just say hello to people. But I did want to show, you can see I've got a stack of batteries here. So who do we got in the chat right now? We have got a couple people. We have, so first in the chat was RC Master. What's going on? Emily, what's going on, Guy? Mateus RC, what's going on, man? Let's see. Joe Girding, what's going on, Guy? RC 3D and Tech, or Teach, or Teak. RC 3D and, I'm saying your name wrong. Sorry about that. Addicted, what's going on, Guy? Mama Ferret, what's going on? Girl, I think, maybe. Thompson RC, what's going on, guy? Chef Beasley, what's happening, man? Garage Life, what's going on, guy? Mama Ferret, go for it. Bars and Tones, what's going on, guy? Barry King, Riff to the Raff, Jeremy Stewart, Daza Parker, and I think that's it. Lowrider, guy. Sneak peek. Yeah, basically. Yes. Sneak. Owen Rogers, what's going on, guy? Yes. I obviously just am just busy doing stuff. South Texas RC, and I thought it said barbecue racing. I thought that literally said South Texas RC and barbecue racing. That would have been nuts. Barbecue racing. UDR needs a pit crew. Yeah, guy. Definitely. This live is good timing. Helps break the boredom. Well, that's good, man. Mo's Garage. Frank Noggle. What's going on, guy? Sam and Sarah. What's going on, guy and girl? Or maybe just guy. Yes, a New Year's Eve live. That is a possibility. You did that. Chef, you thought that said barbecue too? Isn't that funny, man? It's like literally what you see. Or at least that's what I saw. I saw barbecue. So I still have a ton of batteries charged. I don't seem to be kind of like getting anywhere with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my setup of how I balance my tires, and I'm doing it so you can see it and also so I can see it. I don't know if that is making much sense. But this setup that I've got here for camera isn't really, there we go. Maybe like that. Yeah. So I think like that, you may be able to see. So this one's already balanced. Okay. This is all I do. I just use tape. I use heavyweight Gorilla Tape. You know what? If I light this up, I use a heavyweight Gorilla Tape. And the Gorilla Tape really seems to work. Now, I'm not getting things. I mean, they're balanced enough, meaning considering what it was, this is now balanced. Considering what it was. What it was initially was hard for something that I was going to run on speed. So first thing, obviously, check is I check the hub. Make sure that the hub itself is all right. There's nothing I can do about the ovalization of the wheels. It just is what it is. And maybe that is going to be a problem at speed. You can see how the wheels kind of wobbling. That is literally just the plastic. There is absolutely nothing I'm even going to bother wasting my time with that. My main thing is to make sure that weight-wise, the tire with little touches kind of almost doesn't move. Like, I mean, you can see it is moving, but it's so slight. Now, when I first put this on, let's see if it will. I'll throw on the other Hell Yeah Brother tire, and maybe that will show. Does it focus? Maybe that will show. Come on. Who wouldn't want a set of Hell Yeah Brothers? These things are mint. Custom. So this balancer also balances 24 millimeter wheels, hex wheels too. Now this one should not be balanced. Now that's actually glue. You see right in there? Right there? That's glue. So there might be like some dirt and stuff in there, which could throw it off just a minute amount. So what that's saying is obviously the section that's, on the bottom is going to be the heaviest portion. So then what I do is I just take a strip of tape, like this, and then I'll rip it in half. And obviously to balance, it's going to be this top section. This should be just about where the heaviest point is on the wheels. And like I said, this live isn't for everybody. This is just a couple people have asked how I balance. So I figured I'd just do it. So place that there. See if we've got a change. Might not be enough. So you can see it's definitely not enough. And sometimes they end up peeling it back off. But let's get where the center is. So the center is right there. So I'll take that tape, and I'll apply it again. It's like layered. Give it a little touch, see what it does. Looks like it's coming back again, so it's still too heavy right in this area. So now I'll get another strip of tape, but you can see it's moving. You can see that the balance, you can see it has moved. And I don't know, I just use tape because, like I said, it just works for me. So now that opposite side of the heavy section is right here. So technically it's at its lightest point, which is right there. Give it a little touch and see what happens. Now it is coming back, but it's coming back even slower. So I know we're getting there. So then again, look at that. It's still in that same location. I'll take one more piece of tape. I'll throw that in there. Make sure it's on there nice. Give it a little touch and see what happens. Now that, it's not perfect, but considering what it was, it's a lot better than what it was. And I feel that's going to help this speed run that I'm going to do. It looks like I did add a little bit too much tape. It's so minor though. And I could peel that one layer off and maybe tear it in half, but I think it's fine. Yeah, look at that. I think that's actually mint because that's almost wanting to rotate. So look at that. That's going to stay. So that right there, that passes for me. Sergeant J, thank you for that, man. Boy, you got the losers out there, huh? They got nothing better to do? Sergeant J putting the hammer down. So these are the 53107s. Reason why I'm choosing these is because they're similar in height. Not completely. It's like the knobs stick out, maybe a little bit of the tire, but it's a similar height. So I feel I'll get a similar like speed-ish. But let's see where this tire is. Right, definitely not how you balance. Right, some people use clay. This is how I do it. And sometimes I'll mark it with a white dot. And this has always worked for me. So obviously this is going to be the lightest point right here. Look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and just toss a piece of tape on there, see if that works. It's coming back. Do it again. I think I folded it over on that one. Seems like it's pretty good. Might add just a touch more. See what happens if I add this piece. This is a slightly smaller piece. Right there. That I feel is passable. It is wanting to go back, so I probably did weight it a little bit too much. And this one, So on this one, what I am going to do is I'm going to peel that one piece back off that I just stuck on. And I'm going to rip it in half. See if that makes a difference. Ripping it in half might be too much. So I'm going to go ahead, place it back on there. Jeez. Now it's way off. Let's try it again. Maybe my wheel nut's not tight. So it now has changed to where maybe if I place that one little quarter piece right there, maybe that's where it needs to be. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't check it on the hub, did I? That hub looks off. The hub looks off. Try that again. That's better. Yeah, see, that hub looks off. See how the hub looks off? It's like it's the actual hub, but the rim's not off. See how when you follow that line of the rim, the hub is off. So I'm going to apply a piece right here, just see what happens. And almost seems like, I wonder if I have water in this wheel. You know what? Do I have water in there? Because I just washed them too. So now it's getting heavy on that side. So I'm going to go ahead and peel that back off. See what happens. So, curious. If I take this piece, put that piece there, just going to put it just there, just for a touch. Almost seems like it's a little too much. I need my blade, my razor blade. I don't know where that is again. You know what? This is really acting like, I got water in there. I'm going to peel that off. Try it again. Make sure that I'm centered on that hub, which it is. Just give it a touch, see where it stops. That's awesome. That's a good comment. I like that one. This is like Bob Ross. Happy little pieces of tape. That was a good one. So maybe just that one little quarter piece might do it. Excuse me. So maybe if I stick that one there, not all the way down, just to see what happens. I am going with that. That's mint. I'm happy with that one. So that's another one down. That took a lot less tape than the other one. The other one took 3 layers of length. The other tire took like 1 and a skosh ripped off of it. So that one's pretty cool. Now it'd be nice if I actually had one that I didn't have to balance out. Oh, wow, look at that tire. That's a junk tire. Oh, man, that would be horrible if I ran that. It almost looks like it's off. There we go. That rim, that's real bad. It's like I squeezed it. So that means, so where's its high spot? Right there. Oh no, it's right there. It's like ovalized. So it's even worse. Well, never gonna get this perfect. So right there is where it's hitting. Boy, that really looks warped. That one looks warped on the that looks like it's warped on the hub. I'm gonna spin that a little bit. Look how ovalized that wheel is. So where is it? Right? So right there is like a high. So it's almost like, oh, it's made it worse. It's like a low right there. Oh my God. Making it worse. It's like a high spot right there. Well, maybe if I run the wheel. Holy crap, that's horrible. Well, I guess that's going to be a front tire. Is that a hell yeah, brother? No, that's a regular one. All right, so I'm just going to balance this out. We're going to see what happens. This could be a fail. So obviously the heavier section is going to be on the bottom. It's literally right in front of you. Look at the sidewall. What, the dirt? What, right there? Get how bad that is. That looks terrible. I'm going to run it anyway. I don't care. I'm just out to have some fun. All right, so our heavy spot is going to be on that bottom right there, and it seems kind of significant. So I'm going to go ahead, throw on some tape. See how we're looking? That's probably going to be another full piece of tape. Yep, definitely. Do another full piece. Just kind of hold it in place. See what that looks like. And it's going to come right back up. Boy, that seems like another full piece. Looks like it might have shifted. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that back off. So it's right there. So I'm going to stay with that. Get another full piece. And I'm going to just tack this one in place. It's right there. It's going to tack it right there. I'm good with that. That makes me happy. Yeah, that's good. That's it. All right. Well, this is where this live ends. Vito, you got a 4,200 square foot warehouse to go rip it in? That's awesome. Lucky person right there. So I'll just take these, future balancing. But that's it. This is just one of those little factory team thing there. Factory team balancer from Team Associated. And that is how I balance my wheels. And it works for me. Also, this is the little adapter that I use for the 24 millimeter hexes. So I always try to leave that on there. So this will balance 24 millimeter wheels if that's something that you want to do, which I have done. And it works. Works mint. And I've also been trying to pay attention to putting things away. So the reason for balancing is because of this vehicle right here. What I think is good about what I've been doing, what I feel is good, dead pack, you can see that right there. What I feel is good about what I've been doing is it's teaching me to be a little bit better with my throttle. That's definitely something that I've got to pay more attention to. Got to pay attention to my surroundings a little bit more. Pay attention to like traffic, people. Pay attention to the fact that I'm out there running something that I'm not super familiar with as far as how this thing reacts or how this thing acts. And I am having a blast, and I hope I disconnected. I did disconnect the battery, right? Hey, look at that. Left it plugged in, didn't I? Oh, no, I did unplug it. So I'm going to go ahead and toss a little refresher charge on this thing. So just make sure if you're out there ripping stuff, just be careful. Could have been disastrous. when I ran the max. Do not charge your LiPo batteries indoors. Always charge in a safe location. And charge at the appropriate sea level. Don't charge at maximum amperage. Maximum amperage isn't always the best. That being said, we're charging at 10 amps. So, gotta just scrape off some of the drag here. There's a little bit of drag that's been happening. A little bit of drag. A little bit of drag. Yeah, we're good on that. So when I say this wheel was going to be a back wheel, or this is going to be a front wheel. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Hell Yeah Brothers on the back. Suckender, what's going on, guy? A lot of batteries. It's not a lot. It's just a couple. This is Chernobyl right here. You gotta be careful with your battery packs. And I think I am going to throw Loctite on there. Probably be wise. Mike Gregory, what's going on, guy? Clean up the cars, never. The whatever it is, the road can clean them up for me. I use this thread lock, this one right here. The reason why is because it seems like this one is dried out more, so I don't have to wait as long as other people. And I probably should have put it on after the fact, but I sometimes use the wheel to kind of push the thread lock across the threads. And I will be taking this out today with the uncured thread lock because it'll be fine. It always is. Oh, wait a minute. Am I putting that on the right way? Let's see. I got that one going the right way, and I got this one going the wrong way. Good thing I caught that. I don't think it really matters, though, for me. For the speeds that I'm at, probably doesn't make a difference at all. So this one is the one that I want on this side. Vito, got a quick question. Did I buy the Vendetta? Yes. Yes, I did. So suspension is still the same. I checked it yesterday. So there's no change. Zarek, what's going on, guy? Did I lock the center diff? Let's just say semi-locked. It's locked with an earplug. So that kind of is locked. It still has a slight amount of movement, but yes. Shane McLean, what's going on, guy? You know what's funny? Every time I see, is it McLean or McCain? McLean. So every time I see your name, reminds me of Bruce Willis there. The Die Hard movies with Bruce Willis. Because wasn't his name like his name was McLean, I think. So this does have an absolutely massive pinion on it right now. I am very happy with what happened, except for the fact that where is it? Except for the fact of that. Wham. And that's that part of paying attention. So, and it's funny is when you peel it back, it like appears like there was really no glue. Like, I mean, you figure you would see like residue, but I think it was like just on the very, very edge that there was glue. And when I go to put this tire back on and glue it, I will have to use an elastic band to redo it, because you can see that the tire must have stretched maybe or something. So I'm going to put an elastic band on so it applies an even pressure all around it once I re-glue this. But I'll clean it with like an enamel reducer or an acetone, just clean it up, and then I'll put the elastic band on after I put some glue in there. Or I might put the glue in there after I put the elastic band on, I don't know. But and that's where I was saying, like, even if you don't, I got my hat on because my hair's a mess. Even if you don't record like YouTube stuff, man, start recording some of your stuff, because you get to see so much that your eyes don't see. So when something's flying by you at a quick rate of speed, you don't always get to like see exactly what it is. And because I recorded, I was able to see exactly what the issue was. Now, granted, in the field, I didn't know. I suppose I could have, like, checked my camera or whatever and probably would have got an answer, but I don't know, man. I think recording is even if you're not doing YouTube videos, even recording is kind of a good thing, because it just definitely can help point you into a direction. So especially like with cars nowadays, everything is computer controlled. Well, a camera, if you're recording your runs or whatever, that's your kind of computer control in a way. So I was able to, and I think I did notice, and it kind of, after you watch the footage, you start to like put the things together and you go, well, that's why that did that. That's why that did that. I think it's a great idea. Just feed the economy. Go buy yourself a GoPro. I still haven't. I bought that GoPro 10 like months ago. So like 2 or 3 months ago. I still haven't used it. And the reason why, as soon as I opened it, I was greeted by a sign that said, wait, before you use this camera, you have to update it. I guess it's useless if you don't update it out of the box. It's like, wait a minute. You took the time to put a little card in there that says it needs to be updated. You cut down how many trees to do that? You cut down how many trees to do that? Why don't you just update the damn camera like before you send it out? What is this crap? That's what stopped me. I feel like if I go to update it, it's going to brick it. You know, I'm not computer savvy. Do I use a mic? No, I don't. I use GoPro Hero 7s. They seem to be great. I will say that this device right here, even though I call this thing a piece of crap, this device right here, it's a Note 9. I keep calling it a Note 8. It's a Note 9, and the audio is actually very good. When I used to do the dual cameras, I would have the Note on my remote. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't do a wide shot. So the audio from the phone is mint. I've just been dealing with the audio from the GoPros, and it seems like it's fine. The one thing you have to remember, though, is that the GoPros, don't try to, like, hold the thing. Don't try to, like, hold it and record. Put it in its case, because every little finger movement, like, there's microphones, like, all over this thing. I don't know how many microphones it's got. It probably has, like, 7 microphones. But what I will say is that when one microphone gets blocked, it ruins everything. Your audio then turns into total junk. So put it in its little case. Which I don't think I've got one here. I think they're in the car. But put it in its little holder, and then even just hold the holder. Because even any movement, like if you're rocking the camera, like even if you're going like, I think there's a microphone like right there. I think there's one there. Where else? Right there, there's one. I think right there is one. Like, I mean, there's microphones all over this thing. And most likely, when you're holding it, you're going to cover one of the microphones. And like I was saying, if you roll the camera in your fingers, it does that weird GoPro audio stabilization or whatever, and it muffles it and you can't even hear. So I've tried to remember to always throw it in the thing, just to kind of keep the audio better, because the GoPro audio has actually been okay lately. I'm good with it. Riff Raff, thank you for that, man. Deleting these garbage people. Appreciate that, man. You should just ban the person. Report for hate speech. I don't even know what it was. Report for hate speech. I don't even know what the heck it was. Force, see you later, man. Sorry, didn't even know. Kevin, what's going on, guy? Cut down all the trees. Yeah, that's what your name is, guy. Oh, Chainsaw. Just curious. Have you ever seen the channel Human? There's a guy out there. I used to follow him. I was subscribed to his channel a long time ago. And then he like went off the deep end and started getting like wicked political. And it was just like, I'm not here for the politics. But have you heard of that guy? It's just called Human. His old videos were great. He did a ton of tree work, man. He fell out of a tree. Broke his, or fractured his hip, or broke his hip or something. Yeah, you get a chance, man. Chainsaw, go check out. It literally, well, you know what? We gotta be careful telling you to go check his channel, but it was just, his channel is just called Human, Human. And he got popular real fast, and he just seems like he's a good guy. I think he's got some kind of PTSD stuff that he's battling, man. He like really went off the deep end. He was just like, whoa, this guy's like really losing it. every once in a while I'll check in and see if it's subscriber ready again. You've been climbing trees for over 20 years? Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. I'll tell you, I shouldn't even say I cut trees. So talking to somebody like you, I shouldn't even say I cut trees, but I do. I fell or fall trees or fell trees or whatever the heck the terminology is. I haven't done it professionally, but I've cut some trees and I can make a tree normally go where I want it to go. If there's a tree that I feel isn't going to go where I don't want it to go, I'll still attempt it. No, I'm careful. As a matter of fact, what's funny is that I've always wanted to learn how to climb trees, and that's probably a bad idea right now. I'm not 20 anymore, man. I'm not 20. I might be in my 30s. I'm not 20 anymore. Timber, exactly, man. Sideways, what's going on, guy? Sideways till Sunday. That's actually a pretty good name right there. Vito, are you doing a New Year's Eve live? I have to talk to my wife about that because I don't know what she has in mind. Obviously, if she's got something in mind, you know what the answer is. But I have tossed it over in my head. I was going to do the Christmas Eve live, but that ended up not working out because, other things happened that I wasn't aware of. It's the way it is. I do pay attention to what my wife says. Sometimes I really try. She says I'm terrible at that. You never listen to me. And I do. I just don't always hear her sometimes. It's funny. Monster Jam. Yeah, you know what, man? There's been more positive comments about that, but there's been like a couple negative comments. It's funny, man. It's like, somebody was like, why are you even trying or bothering? I think the comment was, why are you bothering to speed run at a place that has like a hump or a jump? And I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, what are you not seeing? I'm taking off-road vehicles and I'm seeing, what do they do? Like, even if, I don't know if you saw the Slash video, but I think the first jump that the Slash video did, the rear end gave like a double hop. But then every other one after that, it was a smooth landing. And I think what it was throttle. When I let off, I just don't think, you know what I mean? I think like keeping throttle on made the vehicle, do you know what I'm saying? Like when you back off on throttle, when the front hits, it kind of semi-stops it, right? So it kind of like slapped the rear end down. That's why I try to do the 120. It kind of slapped the rear end down, which made it hop. I mean, that's at least what I think happened. And then on throttle, it seemed to be able to pull the car along. Do you know what I mean? So instead of hopping it, it pulled it. So it just reacted so much better. And what I feel is taking all these RCs that I've got. I mean, wait till you see these things going there. I'm taking the fifth scales there. The DBX LE, that thing's going to go, provided I can fire it up. That thing's going to go. That thing, it's going to be its first run ever. That vehicle's already been run, but that vehicle right there, that's going to be its first run ever at the speed jump spot, just because I want to see. I want to see what does it do out of the box. All these other vehicles, I've kind of semi-tuned them. I think I probably spent the most time. I can't even claim. I won't even claim DB Pro. I mean, granted, the DB Pro is kind of semi-tuned now. The DB Pro is tuned now. The UDR taken it to the jump spot is almost unimpressive. But if you understand suspension and the design. That battery's full. It's not even letting me know. If you understand like suspension and all that stuff, when you see the UDR go over a jump, like at the speed jump spot, a good way to explain it, I use the word buttery. So with the Traxxas Slash, so the combination between the Arrma Sentin and the Traxxas Slash, the Traxxas Slash is buttery. It just like soaks and slips over the jump, like does a real good. Now the UDR, I mean, that thing, it goes over the jump and you just say, what jump? Like, did that even hit a jump? But then when you see it go, and I think I totally bombed the footage. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm remembering. I bombed the footage because I recorded it at 30 frames per second. So I ended up changing the FPS for some reason, and I didn't catch it. So the UDR is like 1080 30, so it probably looks like junk. But just to see the suspension drop out from under the car as it's going over the jump, like, so it's going over, and as it's going over, right? So it's going over, and the suspension just goes shoom like that. And like as soon as it gets to that point, it hits like the ground, and it just like, there's nothing like it, man. There's no vehicle that I have. Well, that's wrong. That thing, the Fox Edition 2.1, the Fox Edition 2.1 SBR is similar, but still just not the same. Not the same as the UDR. Definitely not the same. Mir, what's going on, guy? You'd love to rip that spot? The Tank, what's going on, guy? RC Steve, unfortunately, you're too old and fat for things like scooters. You're a funny guy. That's just like the Super Rock Ray. Yeah. I don't know, Sergeant, have you driven a UDR? Do you have a UDR? I think you do, actually, don't you? Sergeant, don't you have a UDR? If you don't crucify me in the gods of moderation room. It's funny. I don't know if people know that, but on the Facebook channel, RC Guy Garage Facebook channel, we have the moderators. So the moderators that are part of that channel that keep an eye on things and, you know, keep things going and cool and everything. I named it the Gods of Moderation. It's just funny. I think Sergeant J has got his volume off. Either that or am I behind here? Or am I live? I don't know. It could be behind. You do not have a UDR. Have you ever driven a UDR? Because I've got obviously that 2.0 and I've got the Mojave. Right. Kevin Conway. Exactly what you said. Right. If I could pin your comment to the thing, it's just different. You know what I mean? It's just, you get that full trigger feel and excitement, and then you also get the, oh crap, I've got to control this if it goes out of like what the Slash did. Oh man, wait till you see the Typhon. Wait till you see the Typhon, man. I'm like a stinking hero. Well, I felt like a hero. Right. UDR is sick out of the box. It really is. It's a little speed anemic, But there's a reason why. You're a mere mortal. Sergeant J, I really hope at some point you get a chance to drive a UDR. It's not like the SBR. It's not like the Super Baja Ray or the Rock Ray. It is just different. Something about it is just different. I don't know if it's the size. I don't know if it's the dual shocks. I suspect it's the dual shocks. Just everything about it is just crazy. Sway bars is just crazy. So, looking at 136. So, how long has this stream been going? Like an hour? So, I think I hate to kind of cut it short because usually at least I'll do a live for a couple of hours, but that battery just finished charging. I've got the Hell Yeah Brothers sitting right there on this car. And I feel like I'm ready. I definitely feel like I'm ready to take this thing and give it another nice rip. There was a point in time when the footage that you'll see, you get amped, man. You get in the zone. And I was able to like step out of that zone. I was able to like talk to myself in my head, you know, the alter ego voice. The alter ego voice is fairly present in the next video. Or the next video after that. I don't even know where I am in the videos. I got a bunch of videos all lined up. So you got to do as many videos as you can, man, because once you step out that door and start hitting the streets for real work, there's zero time for YouTube or anything like that. So you got to do stuff to pay the real bills sometimes. So, but yeah, if 4XL and 3XL shirts are still coming to the channel, they're in the shop, the merch shop, but they're not. What a disaster that was. All the other shirt sizes except for small are there too. So I've got mediums, larges, extra larges, and 2XL. The 3XL and the 4XL have been a COVID disaster excuse. Oh my God. I'm hoping I get them by this week coming. So if any of you are in there, don't be throwing stuff at the camera. Your shirts are coming. Sorry. This is where I wish I could remember who that person was that said, unfortunately, merch is going to be your downfall, or I feel merch is going to be your downfall, or something like that. And I'm like, no, my guy, you have no idea what you're talking about. Well, apparently that person must have had a crystal ball because stupid 3X and 4X shirts just apparently were unattainable. And I'm done with the place that I got my shirts from. I have since moved on to another place that I should have gone to in the very beginning, who has been doing screen printing for as long as I can remember. I actually remember this company. And I think I got my work shirts from them way back. And I don't know. I saw veteran owned and part-time firefighter, and I was just like, values and truth, and I don't think that's what I'm getting, unfortunately. But the quality is good. Like this shirt right here, this is my shirt. The thing gets hammered. Gets hammered like my cars do. Wait till you see the DB Pro. If you're listening, the DB Pro gets to get its first ever extra juice rip that I said to myself that I was never going to do because I felt like it gave a bad example of what to do with the car, but it's that not peer pressure. It's just that pressure like within yourself that you know something can do something. And you've got that little voice inside your head. So you got the one there and the one there. You got one on one side going, it's fine the way it is. Leave it alone. You're going to get so much more enjoyment out of it. And then you got this one over here. It's like, come on, guy. You know it can take it. Just do it. What's one time going to hurt? Just try it one time. And I did. I fell for this guy right here. So there were no DB pros harmed in the filming of that next video. Amazing, though. I gotta tell you, amazing. The DB Pro is still hands down my favorite 110 scale open wheel buggy ever. 4-wheel drive. I should complete that sentence. The Losi Tenacity DB Pro is my most favorite 110 scale open wheel 4-wheel drive modified now buggy of all time. Like I haven't come across anything that comes close to it. Nothing, man. Nothing comes close to it. All right. That battery's ready. Well, thank you for coming to this. What did I even call this? Do I even know what I called this? What did I even call? Did I not title this live stream? I thought I did. So I got to see what the, what did I even call this? Library, home. Guy, what's your own live stream called? I don't even know. Oh, DBOOTS Wheel Balance 53107. That's how I balance my wheels with tape. And it works. Doesn't come off. I don't know. I balanced the wheels on the VT and was actually able to gain a couple of miles per hour just by balancing the wheels. It was crazy. It's like, what? The Hobao Hyper VS2 is already on its way shipping wise. So that vehicle is coming to the channel. And I think the other one there, the VTE Hobao, that's a race ready vehicle. The other one's an RTR. But those are coming to the channel relatively soon. One isn't going to be until next year, technically, which is soon. The other one is technically next year, too, because of shipping. So, but they're good vehicles, man. I can't wait to see what this does compared to this thing. I can't wait to see what it does compared to the Typhon over here. I think I call it Typhoon every once in a while. So, I just got to jump in the chat. Say hello and goodbye. Mir. Can't believe the way you took... Oh, like the trash bags? The couple of X-Maxes that were in the way with the kaiju? Right. Guy used blue tack to balance. Never had that come off. You're limitless. Blue tack. What is that? Is it a clay? Because I know people use clay. Josh, appreciate that, man. Thank you. I gotta say, so I don't know, there's 45 people here. What? 47 people? 2 people just jumped in? Before you jump out, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Let's see if we got like 41 thumbs ups. Can we get any more just before I end this live stream? Yeah, Typhon's ready, man. It really is. Black Sheep, Riff Raff, Mere Depth, Emily, Josh, Vito, custom mud flaps for UDR. Like to see him, man. The UDR is what the slash would have been. The UDR is what the slash would have been. Write that feeling. The UDR is what the slash. Oh, slash. I'm sorry, I can't read. Should have been. The UDR is what the slash should have been. I don't know, man. The UDR is nothing like. There's nothing like it that I've got. Nothing like it that I've tried. I've got the 2.0 Losi. That's not like it. And obviously, Monster Mojave is nothing like it. It's just different. GRC, what's going on, guy? You just jumped in here real quick to give me a quick thumbs up. I appreciate that, man. See, now, see, like, even like that right there, you got GRC, right? He sees it, I'm live, and literally all he's doing is he jumps in to say, hey, guy, what's up? Here you go. And, like, I think that right there is stinking cool. He's not, you know, he doesn't have the time to watch it, but at least he kind of just jumps in. He's like, bam, there you go, guy. Because what it does is, like we talked about, I've talked about this a billion times, just tells YouTube that the channel's maybe worth watching, maybe worth packing some more ads on there so I can keep this stuff going. So sideways till Sunday, axial score, not even close. Axial score, not even close to you. Meaning, like, what's an axial score? I don't even know what that is. That is better than a UDR? I don't know, man. All I know is that the UDR is for me, what the UDR does is it just performs, man. It's crazy. Bob from the pits. Cheers. I think you meant cheers. Oh, cheers. Here's a thumb. Don't meet many fellow Mass RC guys. That's pretty cool, dude. You're in Mass. That's awesome. Suck ender, dead battery suck. Yes, they are the suck ender of RC when you get a battery that's dead. RC Steve. See you later, man. Jeremy Stewart, Dazapaka, Black Sheep, Josh, Emily, Mir, Vito. Who else we got? Sergeant took off. Just in case. Now, wait a minute. Am I just realizing this right now? Just in case. Is that, do you mean that as in just in case? I think that's what that is. Because sometimes I think that people's names on here are their names, and sometimes they really are. But I'm literally just reading this right now. So it might not be just in case. It might be just in case. And if that's the case, that's pretty cool. Took me a while. Mattio RC, Addicted, Monster Jam, Mike Gregory, RC Steve, Chainsaw, Nitro. Who else? I think that's it. So anyways, if you want to go ahead and get yourself some merch, you know where to go. It's the first line in the description. All right, I'm out of here. I've got a couple of RCs to rip. Hopefully you guys get a chance to, it doesn't have to be RC either. Like, don't get confused. Like, people think like this is all I do. No, I do other stuff. I just, you don't share everything. But it seems like a lot of people are here for the RC stuff, and I'm definitely having a blast at this, man. You guys are the ones, technically, when you think about it, you guys are the ones that are making this channel great again. Not even again. You guys are what's making this channel great. It has nothing to do with me. You guys watch the content. You know, the big thing is obviously commenting in the comment section. Obviously, the thumbs up are great. Thumbs downs, no, I don't want those, but, you know, whatever. Some people feel the need to be crappy and toss me a thumbs down. So, anyways, all right, I'm out of here. How do I end this? I've got, oh no, what did I do? Where'd it go? How do I end this? Oh yeah, well, wait a minute. No, end stream. I don't always do this on the computer. See you later, man. Yeah, I always say just get out there and rip something. Just do it. Buy the merch. Get yourself some coasters. Get yourself some stickers. Buy a shirt. All right. Thank you guys for coming to this live stream with RC Guy Garage. DBOOTS balance wheel 53107, some kind of something. I don't even know.